Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Russell Moore coming to you live from dedicated to financial literacy. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, that's right. I got my Ali Muhammad Ali T-shirt on, and as you can see, he knocked somebody out, and he's looking over them. And this is to me. This is symbolic of how we're going to handle the stock market this week and the weeks to come in 2022. All right. So, all right. Be confident. Be courageous. Don't be afraid. No panic selling, no emotional selling, no emotional buying or panic buying. All right? Buy on the dip. For traders, sell on the high or hold. Hold. Be willing to hold. All right? Okay. Now, if there's a stock that it's really not, there's no end in sight of its bear uh, it keeps going down. I'm not saying stay with a loser. I am saying be willing. If you know it's a great company, if you know this is a good company and it has solid fundamentals, you know, be willing to hang in there and stay with it. Good companies, if it's a great company and it's doing well and it has some type of competitive advantage and has a great market share, low debt, great cash flow, why not hang with it? Stick with it. Okay, hang in there. All right. Anyway, I want to talk about this is kind of a part two of talking about the stock split for um, Google and Amazon. 20-to-1 stock splits that are taking place in June and July. Look at my previous video. I've mentioned dates and all of that. Allergies. Allergies, big time. The wind is up today where I live. I need a drink. Anyway, you know when you have allergies, you feel that scratchy, irritable feeling in your throat. That's what I'm feeling right now. Anyway, back to Google and Amazon. So looking at them this morning, we had some surging that went on last week. So people are starting to buy, and Amazon today is at around 3,200, and Google is around 2,700. They both were down in the morning in the early in the market open. Now they're up. And so, but as we hit mid morning, they're kind of just settling off. So, um, one of the things that I mentioned in my last video, I talked about, hey, there's going to be your short term traders or investors who are trying to get in and grab and make some profit off of this. And then you got people that are long term. You got some retail and institutional that are like long term. They're saying, hey, I just want to buy, I want to buy more shares to build up my portfolio with these two stocks. And then you have the investor has never invested in Amazon or Google because they've been too expensive. They got in the market maybe a year ago or a few months ago, and now they're like, oh wow, this is an opportunity for me to get into Amazon and Google, great companies. I would take advantage of it. And I said in the last video, part one, that these companies are not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, gang. They're going to still be here 10 years from now. Google and Amazon will still be here. They have great revenue. Profit margins are outstanding. They're international companies. They're constantly expanding. They're constantly adding and innovating, particularly Amazon. And Amazon, they have a great advantage. AWS, they have the cloud. They're like right there with Microsoft as far as who's the number one. Google even is into the cloud business as well. They're going to get better. I mean, again, you don't have to be afraid to. Now we are probably in a bear market or a correction. I don't know if we're at the bottom yet. We did have a green day on Friday, but that happens in a bear market. You'll have a day or so where the market will go up and then everybody's all right, we're coming out. You want to be patient. Patient during this time. No panic selling, no panic buying. All right. All right. So I just wanted to bring up. This video is going to take about 5 minutes. It's Monday. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our new week. Welcome to our new week. I hope you're having a great day on the way to some of you. When I'm making this video, you're on your way to work. And so I'll be leaving soon to go to Los Angeles. I work remotely 2 days a week, and then I work in LA 3 days a week. So I'll be heading out pretty soon. But me and my little 4-year-old son. So yeah, we got a nice little commute. Anyway, back to Google and Amazon. So we talked about in the last video that you have people that are going to want to jump on this stock right away. And particularly people that don't have any shares at all. Say you just came into the market, you're new to stocks and this channel is actually for newbies. And so I'm gearing it towards newbies. I've developed it for my friends and my church, my family, and people that are close to me. And that's still my motive. That's still reason why I keep doing this channel. I don't have, so for a newbie, I don't have any of this stock. This is a good opportunity to get in, because let me tell you something. When the split takes place, Google and Amazon will be at anywhere between $140 and $160 or $170 per share, depending on what happens before the deadlines, right? Remember, on my last video, I talked about the deadlines. You have to purchase, in order to get in on the split, you have to purchase before a certain time for both of these stocks. All right, so that's one thing. The long-term investor or someone who already possesses the shares, they're going to probably just want to add more to their position. And so the stock has been moving up gradually. So I would keep an eye on it. And when you can jump in, get in. Because the more shares you have right now, the more shares you'll have with the split, right? Okay. But remember, we talked about your value. The value doesn't change. If you have $5,000 worth of Google and Amazon before the split, after the split, unless of course you've added to your position, you will still have the same value. Okay, so and it's before the deadlines. Deadlines are on the last video, so you got to watch that last video, or you can Google it. Okay, you don't have to watch my video. You can Google it. Find out when the deadlines are. May for Amazon, and I believe it's June, sometime in June for Google. All right, yeah. So, but just a little bit of encouragement. These companies are great companies. They're not going anywhere. People are asking, should I buy Google? Should I buy Amazon? I would say yes. Now, let me put a disclaimer. You never want to tell people what and when to invest. Okay, you never want to. So I'm not retracting what I just said, but I'm saying, if you're wondering, I'm just saying despite even like whether it's a split or not, these companies are worth investing in. Now, some people believe that they're overvalued right now. One of the reasons why a company like Google or Amazon will have a stock split, especially such a large one, 20-1, which in order to be significant, they had to do that, is because the average everyday investor can't invest, at $2,000, $3,000 a share. You know what I'm saying? The everyday person usually, unless they just buy one share, they have enough money to buy 1 or 2 shares. But the average day person is not going to want to invest. They're usually going to get something that's a great stock like Apple or Microsoft, another good stock that's less than $300 a share. Okay, and it's going to keep going. I've said it for 2 years. 2 years ago, I said Microsoft will hit $500 a share at one point, and I really believe that. They're doing great things, and they're a solid company. Okay. Um, so this gives them people an opportunity to invest. Okay. It gives everybody an opportunity to invest in this stock. So look at the fundamentals and say, this is worth it. Even if you bought two shares of Google and Amazon, just two, on the stock split, you'll have 40 shares of each. So say, okay, Amazon's at around 3,000, 3,200. So it would cost 6,400 to buy two shares. Google's at 2,700. So you're talking just a little over 5,000. Um, well, yeah, yeah, 27. So that's about 54. Okay. So for $10,000 to $11,000, $10,000 to $11,000, let's say 11, you can own 40 shares of both, 40 shares of both of those stocks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good because let me tell you, once the split happens, they're going to be between 140 and 170, right? Well, people are going to jump on that stock. People are going to jump on the stock. The reason why people will get it now is because it's going to be more expensive as we get closer and closer to the split. So what people are doing now, they'll get it now when it's lower because those stocks are going up. They are going up if you look at them. So it depends on what you think you should do. I'm not suggesting anything, whether you should get it now or wait. But normally when you wait, the stock goes up the closer we get to the deadline of that split. And then what happens is, though, it'll go up during the split, maybe a few days to a week, and then they'll have a sell off because a lot of the traders are, people that are in it for just a short moment to get profit, or some that just want to sell a portion of their shares. They'll sell off. So you'll have this sell off. And now, whether it's going to be a significant sell off and go below the share price that the split price, when it's split, there's a price, then it goes up. Will it go down and go below that share price that it was when it split? You guys get what I'm saying? So when it splits, say it goes down to 140, Amazon goes down to 140, it'll go up 150, 160 possibly. There's going to be a sell-off. Usually there's a sell-off. When it sells off, will it go below 130? No one knows. We'll see. I'm jumping in. Get some shares before. Already have. So anyway, welcome to this week, Monday. Good morning. Have a great week, you guys. I'll be putting out some more content. So I just want to encourage people with the split. Don't be afraid. No panic. And just as the market now, as you approach the market, no panic selling. Watch my video on China as well. I said that before we started getting the surge. The China stocks are going up, but before that started happening, they were on their way down. I made that video on China. I saw this day coming, and it's not over. It's the bull run with China is not over. Look at my video. All right. I want you to have a wonderful day. I say God bless you. And remember, as Ali knocked out his opponent, let's knock out the market. Love you.